Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Art of the Finish Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Rels, tonight joined by one of my mini trios partners, Quan. Quan, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, my brother? Happy to be back. You feel
Uh,
me?
one of the guys who originally got me started in wrestling podcasting with the Brothers of Destruction podcast. Shout out
All
to
right,
you and Ant.
all right, all right.
What's
Shout out
going
to
on, though?
Anthony King. Shout out to Anthony
Absolutely.
King. Yeah, Solid Silhouettes out now. I'm good, brother. How you?
Can't complain, bro. Can't complain. Slow motion, same old, same old. Talking
Right.
about WWE and how Austin Theory blew it last night.
All right. So, you want to get into that first, or you want to go timeline? Let
Uh,
me know. You the
I
host, man.
mean,
That was a big talking
bro,
point.
we could jump right into it. We could circle back on it later, but we could jump right into it now.
All right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just let you know my feelings on it right now. I got two bad moves from Triple H. The first bad move he ever made as a head guy is putting Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah as tag team champions. That's his
Absolutely.
that's his first bad move. The second bad move he ever made was last night, having Austin Theory look like a fucking buffoon. How do you do that? I don't mean to cuss, but he had Austin Theory look like a goofy, bro.
How do you cash in? First of all, how do you cash in on a mid card title?
That's one. Number two, if you're going to cash in, right? Why waste your cash in? It was an open challenge. Two people was on the Titan trying arguing before you even got out there.
Okay, so it's masterful, right? Because I like how I like how they played it off like as if Lashley didn't care, and then circle back around and make sure nobody won that belt because at the end he wants his belt back. So I'm not mad at it. It makes logical sense,
Right.
but it still looks stupid that you cash in on the U.S. title when you've been talking about cashing in on the world title for months.
Bruh, bruh, you could have did the same thing at any Roman event. Why do it now? Because I feel like it was a fuck you to Vince, personally.
Hmm.
So he decided to just like, yo, I'm gonna let him go for the mid card. Last night was fuck you Vince night. Cause we gonna get into Nikki Cross too. But last night was fuck you Vince night. He had to come up with a fuck you Vince night. And last night was the night.
Yeah, but in the process, he kind of made himself he didn't look too good either.
Right, exactly. You could have did a lot more than what you did. Like you could have did a lot more than what you did. Last night was probably Triple H's worst episode of Raw. Let's be frank.
Uh, no, I've seen worse episodes, but it definitely wasn't. That one wasn't the worst one. I've seen worse, but yeah, it definitely was not one of the best ones.
Right,
But I will say, starting off with the New Day and the Usos, their promos drew me into their match on Friday.
right.
The Usos and New Day always have bangers. But
Hmm.
my only problem with that is that Riddle was not needed. He turned something that was a serious situation and then came out and just made it like a joke, like it didn't even matter anymore.
Right,
I
right.
don't know what Triple H's intention is with Riddle. I don't get it at this point. At this point, I don't even care. Sometimes I feel like they just holding time until Orton get back because it looked like he just spinning his wheels doing nothing right now. So, but yeah, I don't know. He ruined it for me. Like he just ruined the whole segment. The whole segment had me with like, okay, yeah, I want to watch this match. I know New Day's not gonna win, but I still want to watch this match. And then he comes out and this is like, why are you here? Like if I was New Day, I'd be tight because they was in the middle of a passionate promo. He just interrupted them.
That's a fact. No. You have a point there. But let's give credit to where credit's due. I was talking to a friend about this. We get two of the greatest reigns in tag team history in a matter of 5 years.
Mm-hmm. The two tag team icons, the only two tag teams that survived the
Right.
pandemic, that survived budget cuts.
This is about not being single stars.
Yep, exactly.
So we got that. We got that. I'm proud. I'm proud we got to see that in our lifetime. But I'm I don't like the direction Riddle is going in because
That makes sense.
he's becoming comic relief.
Yes.
And I think Riddle should be comedy a little bit, but he should be known as an ass kicker. He's a UFC fighter.
He's becoming what he was under the Vince era. Because it seemed like when Triple H took over, it seemed like Riddle was getting a little bit more serious, and then it just went backwards again. But yeah, so I don't know, man. That was horrible. The match itself was pretty good. It gave Solo, and then again, you come out, you interrupt the whole segment, and you still lose. So what was the whole point?
Right. But the New Day, I'm tired of the New Day looking too strong now. I know they ain't supposed to lose as a tag team. I know that for a fact. But I do have a problem with the team that they're supposed to wrestle not having no heat against them.
My thing with New Day is that New Day really booked strong? Because last time they was getting their ass whipped by the Viking Raiders and then they got hurt.
Right.
Like this whole feud right here is just based on the whole fact that New Day's title reign could become their championship reign could be coming to an end versus the Usos title breaking the record. That's what this all boils down to.
Right.
Which is crazy because like 6 months ago I could have swore they had a match that said Usos and New Day would never fight again.
I think when did they have that match?
If I'm not mistaken, probably was at the beginning of the year. Maybe it was the day one pay-per-view or after.
Yo, bro, that did happen.
We forget, right?
Yeah, Triple H don't give a fuck about what Vince came up with, bro. It's over with that. Like it's over. You kill my NXT, I'm killing everything that you had. That's what it is. That's where we at now. And we make Riddle look like a buffoon. I just don't like the fact that. So, I don't like the fact that the people that hate Riddle was still talking shit like they like Riddle from jump.
I've always been a big fan of Riddle.
Right.
I feel like, because I read rumors that said that Orton was supposed to come back and turn on him.
Right.
I personally think it should be the other way around.
Me too.
If you
I'm on the way. Yep.
If you want shock value, it should be the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I said, I feel like they're spinning their wheels. I mean, don't get me wrong, the right person won last night.
Right.
Solo's a star.
Right.
You can tell Solo fits more in the main roster than he does than he did at NXT.
That's a fact. He's what Apollo Crews was supposed to be.
Yes.
When they fast track Apollo Crews, they should have fast tracked Solo.
When they had Apollo Crews in the locker room with Roman learning.
Right. I forgot about that. Damn.
That's what that. Yeah, but
that lasted like 2 weeks.
Now they're playing, but then there's a bigger story now because now they're playing the story off of how the Usos haven't heard from Sammy since Friday. Like he wasn't out yesterday,
right?
So now I don't know how they're going to tie that one into the storyline. Sammy wasn't even supposed to be with the Usos this long, so I don't know how they're going to. I mean, eventually they're going to have this big Survivor Series match,
right? But is Sammy going to be a part of that since it's 5-on-5?
I would assume so. Usos, Roman, Sammy, that's 5,
right?
Solo.
So who are the competitors they're wrestling against? Because I thought they were setting up that match last night.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say it's going to be Brawling Brutes. Probably Drew. And probably Kevin Owens.
And who? Oh, so it's just all okay. That makes sense.
Because Brawling Brutes makes sense because they took Sheamus out.
Right.
And then I just think based on Drew and Sheamus' relationship, I can see that. But then knowing WWE, it'll probably be Brawling Brutes and Imperium.
Shit. Damn. I don't need that. I don't need that right about now.
WWE logic right now would probably be Brawling Brutes and New Day.
Right. Because I was saying here, like, you got because where's the Street Profits? That's another question that I have.
I don't want to see them in War Games.
No.
Remember, this dude was hurt. Remember, he was walking around with a walking boot at one point.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So yeah, Brawling Brutes, Drew and Kevin. It'll be the foreign powers versus the bloodline.
WWE logic. It'll be the Brawling Brutes, Drew and Karrion Kross.
They can't get along, but they have to form this alliance for the bloodline, right?
They do this for War Games, but can they coexist?
Right. Okay. But I damn sure thought they were gonna set up that match like last night because they only got like 3 weeks to do this shit.
Or maybe it'll be I was gonna say maybe it'd be Drew and Bray, but I really don't want to see Bray involved in anywhere near Roman right now.
I don't want to see Bray. I don't even want to see Bray in the match until at least Royal Rumble.
To be honest with you, I don't even want to see Bray on TV no more. His act is old now. It's tired to me.
It kind of is tired because he just walking around being.
He's walking around fighting himself. Yo, I actually seen something that I didn't even pick up on it at the pay-per-view. about like there was a certain thing about that Bray did where it looked like he was trying to keep like it's his regular face, but it almost looked like his mask was coming off, and he was trying to adjust his face.
Right.
So supposedly they're trying to say that he has that it's his face, but underneath his face is the Fiend's mask. If you look at it, I have to find it, but if you look at it, there was a clip of him looking like he was adjusting his face, like it was falling off, and he had to fix the mask. Knowing with Bray, that little details like that always seem like they play a role in his character.
Right. He just that. I call him a genius, but he's just that much of a guy like that. But so I had a question. Uncle Howdy, isn't he Vince McMahon? Close the door.
I don't even know. They keep everybody saying Bo Dallas, but I like if you reveal that to be Bo Dallas, am I supposed to really be like, oh shit, like, damn?
No. Bo Dallas has less no impact unless it was NXT, but it's not NXT. So
unless he comes back with a whole altered look and it looks totally different than what he did, and his moveset is different, and he comes out like looking like Sting in '97 with the long hair and the paint,
sitting in the rafters and shit.
Yeah. Pro Bo. There you go.
Pro Bo. No way. Okay, so how did you feel about the women's altercation with Asuka and Io Shirai? The translation that was great.
After listening to it and seeing the translation, hilarious.
Right.
Because they all spoke in Japanese until Io called her bitch in English. and then Asuka pimp smacked her.
Right. That's great writing. That's smart. Like that's something I think Asuka should never speak English.
After that yesterday, yeah. Just have them translate at the end. It makes perfect sense.
Right.
That was hilarious.
Because I do feel like a lot of coaches in WWE should not be adapting our culture. We should get something from their culture. Mm-hmm. So like that exchange was genius, a piece of work, a piece of art. That was a positive from last night to me.
Yeah, the match, because the Riddle match was, you could tell that they killed a lot of time because of those wrestlers coming back from Saudi.
Right.
Because that first segment was like 40 minutes by itself.
Facts.
So that was like almost the whole first hour.
Mm-hmm.
So so that was good. The match was good. Solo's a star, like we said.
Right.
The whole segment with the women was pretty decent. So now my question is to you: who fills out Damage Control spot, and who's the last two on the other team?
So Becky comes back. That's a given. I think Becky injury wasn't supposed to be that long. Becky comes back. See that other one, I don't know. Unless it is Sasha and Naomi that comes out for
that. But if that's the case, then that's not something you reveal all the way. You wait until Survivor Series.
You do that at Survivor Series, right?
Yeah.
But for Damage Control, it might be Rhea. Rhea might be pulling up, but she got Mia Yim as well.
Yeah. That's knowing WWE logic, it'll probably be Mia Yim on one side.
Right.
Yeah.
So Mia Yim and Becky versus Rhea and Damage Control with Nikki. That probably your War Games match. That it don't make sense logically to me to add them two in, but like what you gonna do? You gonna have them in the 3-on-3 with the guys?
We still forgetting about a Charlotte.
I can do without Charlotte until WrestleMania.
I can do without Charlotte until forever. But that's not to say that she won't be in one of these War Games matches.
Right.
Charlotte may mess around and take Alexa Bliss's place, because I really feel like Alexa's not going to make it to Survivor Series because the Fiend's stalking her right now.
Right, I've been seeing that. Yeah, I've been seeing that. So,
you still got people like Liv. Like you still got Liv.
I'm not on the Liv wave right now. I still don't think Liv should be in that match.
Nah, I don't either. But you still got Ronda and Becky. I mean, not Ronda. I mean, you still got Becky and Shayna.
Right.
Ronda and Shayna. Well, it's like they about to destroy the whole women's division.
So I feel like okay, we're doing War Games, right? Are we doing traditional 5-on-5 matches as well?
It's 5-on-5.
I mean, are we, besides the War Games, are they doing traditional 5-on-5 matches too?
I don't know. They should though. Really,
I think they give us one. At least give us one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and if you're going to give us one, I think Ronda, Shayna should pick a team versus.
Why? It should be just Ronda and Shayna alone. Is it?
See,
not for nothing. This would have been perfect if they would have had Marina and the other one.
Right.
because it would have been because then you could have somehow really maneuvered the whole 4 horsewomen thing. You could have pulled it off.
Right.
But Marina's over there getting bashed by JD on AEW.
Oh God, yeah. And her great promo skills.
Yo, that promo was horrible.
Her great promo skills.
You know me, you know my family, but you don't know me.
You don't know me,
but you don't know where I'm from. But you know I'm from right here. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, she's a different breed for that one. I'm happy they got her with Vicky though. At least her personality. She's in the background, but let's give her some time.
Yeah, because we all joke around it. About a year from now, she might be the most dangerous woman on the roster.
Right, exactly. Well, AEW, I don't think too highly of their women position, so that's a story for another day.
Yeah, that's definitely another.
Because Tony Khan is on Vince McMahon timing, but let's not get into that. Anyway,
all right, so that was good. So then after, I guess, because I don't really remember it in order, but after that, I think Seth came out, and they teased Seth and Finn because it didn't happen, but they teased it. I do like the fact that in the Triple H era, they don't care if you're good guys or bad guys. Finn came out, and everything makes sense because Finn's reason for coming out is you cost me a title a long time ago, and now I'm going to take yours. So it makes sense. One thing I will say about Triple H, he loves to bring back the history because he loves for it to make sense. The Mia Yim joining OC really doesn't make sense.
Right.
Other than he just kept Mia away from Keith Lee. Mm-hmm. But, that's a whole nother topic. But it really didn't make sense. Like, honestly, to be totally honest with you, no female, if it wasn't Maria Kanellis, would have made sense.
Right.
Because of history with the OC. But, no, they needed somebody to combat Rhea, and Mia might be the best case scenario for it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than Beth Phoenix. But,
but that's Mania. I think that's Mania right now.
Yeah, I think somehow they hold that off, and it's going to be Finn and Rhea versus Edge and Beth.
I don't think it's going to be.
Maybe Royal Rumble.
I think it'll be Dominic. I think they're going to give Dominic the spot.
You think so?
Yeah, I like Dominic's swag with this group, and he's tied closer to Rhea more than anything because she's the reason he's on that side. She's controlling everything. So with her being the leader and Dominic got to get the exposure, let's put him against Edge. Him and Edge got the beef. Like Edge got beef with everybody in the group, but him and Edge got the beef. Like they got Dominic heel turn started with him. Like why you mess with Edge? Like telling Ray like why you fucking with him? Basically,
he's mad because he didn't get picked. I mean, realistically speaking, are you going to choose Dominic over Edge?
Realistically speaking, if Edge is a face, yes. If he's a heel, I'm not picking Edge. No one get picked over Edge if he's a heel. But if Edge is a face, fuck him. That's as simple as that. He said, wow. Like, face Edge is trash. Always has been, always will be.
I agree. Some guys are just better suited as faces, and some are just better suited as heels.
Heels, right? And he better suited as a heel because his face work is. But
the smoothest part about that segment was then the OC came out and Seth cowardly slid right away from the ring, like he's like, "Yeah, this is not my beef. I'm out."
Right? He don't want no. But is Seth a tweener? Because I thought they turned him babyface last night, low key.
It almost seemed like they did, but then if you look at if you listen, because I read Lashley had an interview after, and he said why he turned or why he did what he did, and it makes perfect sense. He pretty much said, "Yo, like when Lashley, he's like when Brock came out and when Seth beat me, all you people cheered." He said, but now that I want to do what I need to do, all of you people are not happy with it. He said, at this point now, I'm just worried about kicking ass and getting my belt back.
Right.
That right there made me a fan.
Right.
Like, okay, you have a motivation. I'm not mad at you because you was a face going into that, and then they cheer because Brock beat your ass. Right. I get that. And then they cheer Seth, and he called you a coward to your country.
Right.
Like, and you still got booed for that. Like, so I'm on a Lashley bandwagon from this point on. I don't even care. Face or a heel.
Bobby been kicking ass.
Mustafa Ali, like,
bro. Bobby been kicking ass for the past 5 days. He went to Saudi, beat Brock ass. Even though he lost, don't get me wrong, it was a BS loss, but it made him look stronger than in the loss. He looked strong. I give him that. And then he beat 3 niggas ass last night. Like he really wilded out.
He really did. He really did.
It really
without nobody getting disqualified.
Bruh, how? How? He really beat 3 niggas' asses last night. I think it's a fatal 4-way going to Survivor Series though. I'm calling
For
that
the US for the
for
US
the U.S.
title.
title. Yep, I'm calling that.
Bobby,
Bobby,
Seth,
Seth, Theory, and Ali.
and then Brock can come out and beat the shit out of Lashley again.
Maybe because they got to have their third match at day one. I don't think they're gonna put it to Mania. Oh, they're not doing day one.
That's
Okay.
probably gonna be Rumble.
Oh, so if not Rumble, it'll be Mania. It's one of the two.
Yeah, but can you stretch it out another 4 or 5 months?
Brock Lesnar can. I can't, but Brock Lesnar can.
That is true. That was smooth how you just said it. It's like Brock Lesnar can. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'll take that back. You are absolutely. That man can stretch it out to next year if you want. Some of the little things that really didn't really care too much for the Elias. Like, I don't know what the hell they're doing with Elias. I'm not a big fan of having this guy lose Johnny Gargano. I don't get it. I'm not and honestly I don't understand what they're doing with Baron Corbin and JBL because it's not working.
Right.
Like JBL, first of all, JBL is like 6'8". Corbin's like 6'7". Your manager should never be taller than you. JBL look like he can still wrestle. Like, how am I gonna have? How is he gonna be a manager? I don't even want to see that.
I'm not against Corbin and JBL, but I feel like Corbin should be taking more of the JBL stick, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I'm saying, like it's about the money, but
you should just turn on him at this point.
He get more heat that way.
Mm-hmm.
He get way more heat that way. Corbin and JBL seem like a good fit though. That's the problem.
On paper they do, but he's still not getting any reactions.
Right. Well, they had a dead crowd last night. Their crowd was trash last night.
Yeah, but it's still Corbin. If you're not getting reactions by now, it's like, what do you do with him?
Right.
Like, my thing is like, why are y'all afraid to just turn him to a face?
Right.
Try it. He might end up being one of the biggest faces in the company if they pulled the trigger.
Well, they had the opportunity when they had him as Sad Corbin, and they did. They went the other way.
Yeah, stupid logic is all of a sudden he played a craps and won. Like, and he still wasn't humble behind it.
Right.
The whole point of that was to turn Madcap face, and that was a failure in itself too.
Mm-hmm. Because Madcap, the most generic wrestler they got right now.
The dude had personality when he was a heel, and then turned to a face, and then put on black tights.
Put on black tights.
Put his hair in a ponytail, and his music is mad generic.
Bro, he is generic one on WWE 2K music and everything.
Madcap Moss would have been able to fit the Evolution mold in 2004, 2005.
He had it. He would
have had the suit,
right?
The look. He would have had the look.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if it would. I don't know necessarily if that would have meant he would have not been. Batista wouldn't have been there, but it's still a situation of like he would have definitely been that guy that could have fit Evolution back then.
Well, I say it like this: or he could have been that, or he could have been Mark Jindrak or Luther Reigns behind Kurt Angle. So, and my thing is, they had a run. They had a year where they had a run because it was with Kurt Angle, but
but whose faction is better? Whose faction has a better chance to succeed? Triple H faction or Kurt Angle faction?
Well, Kurt Angle was on the perk at the time, so he couldn't rely on Kurt like that.
Perk Angle and TNA. We always gonna say this, but Perk Angle and TNA was the best Perk Angle ever.
Perk Angle and TNA is the greatest wrestler of all time. What y'all talking about?
That dude had thinning hair and a beard. That was a different kind of Kurt Angle.
Him and Shawn Michaels. It's just Perk Angle and Shawn Michaels. Oh my
God, Perk on a pole match.
For 97 Shawn Michaels and 2006 Kurt Angle. Oh man, that match would be incredible.
That match would be ended with booze and painkillers. But that would be a 20-star classic match.
And then we put Uncle Dave in there. We go to Tokyo Dome. Oh my man,
God, that's 25 stars from Dave.
Perk on a pole match. Nah, that's fire.
Perk on a pole match. I'm definitely stealing that one. I'm definitely screenshotting that one. Perk on a pole. That was 22 minutes with Perk on a pole match.
You gotta put that on the t-shirt, my dog. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if I could get away with that one. Oh man, I wish I had the machine behind me to do that. I would
put that on the t-shirt, bro. I'll wear that shit. You think I won't?
You know what? I think I'm gonna talk to my t-shirt guy. I'm gonna have to. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea.
I'm just
That's not a
saying.
bad idea. Perk on the pole, man. That's actually a pretty damn good. Yo, matter of fact, I'm gonna get that shirt in production.
Speaking of, let's see. I'm not gonna say. I was speaking of garbage drugs. Why did Nikki Cross throw the belt away?
I mean, do you really have to answer that question? Do that question
No,
really be answered?
no. I didn't need. They
I
didn't
think
need
the
to
bigger
answer.
question, the bigger question would be why did
Why
she
she
miss the
missed
garbage
Shrek?
can?
She was in orgasmic trance, so you don't know what's going on. That's what I'm getting out of it.
She missed the whole garbage can.
Right,
But
right.
it was hilarious though.
The guys with what culture were mad, talking about she missed the bin. You know, them people. You know, not to be stereotyping. You know, people from other countries and the way they sound. It sound mad funny because they were like she missed the bin.
That was hilarious though. That was hilarious.
And you know, Bailey had to do her Bailey stuff because she's a goat. So
Yeah.
she's a goat.
They somehow managed to put her with damage control for this time being, and watch Nikki end up turning on them at the pay per view. Watch.
You think she gonna turn? I thought they were gonna turn on her. I said the other way around.
No, I think it'll be her because she too psychotic.
See that, but we need that Nikki back. That's what I'm happy about.
That Nikki needs to be with Violent by Design. She would fit them perfect at this point.
You want her to be back with Eric Young again?
She needs to be. Just reform Sanity and TNA. Just all bring them back over there. That'd be perfect.
Well, nah, I don't think I want to see that now. After I seen the debut of Alan Angel and Victor.
I mean, he went from one cult to another.
Oh, coat hopping. That's how we gotta do. Oh man, Violent by Design.
But then I guess we could dive a little deeper into the main event now because we pretty much that 3-hour show went by pretty damn fast anyway.
Right.
So I really don't understand the logic of him cashing in for a mid card title.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really think he was going to do it. I thought he was going to find a way to, like, he was going to get in the ring and then the bell wasn't going to ring and he was going to keep the. And then he actually did, and then he lost. So now my question is, where does he go from here?
He getting written off TV. That beat down. I think that beat down from Lashley. Well, I said he got a match at Survivor Series, so maybe he's not getting written off TV. So it was two ways I was going. He getting written off TV, or he on that Survivor Series match, a fatal 4-way.
He won't get written off TV. I can tell you that. He's
you
probably
think
going to be in that fatal 4-way.
That's the other thing. Him or Seth is babyface after last night. Him or Seth is babyface. It's over for that, bro.
Seth gonna be babyface because the fans can't tolerate him right now, and they still sing his theme song.
Right.
Seth is babyface at this moment.
Right.
You know, he'll be babyface all the way up until Cody coming back.
Listen, he's always babyface in my heart. So.
what can you say? He's the third greatest member of the show.
He's a what?
The third greatest member.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
I mean, you got wrestler of the year John Moxley, and then you got second best wrestler of the year Roman Reigns.
Well, I think Seth is better than Moxley.
I think Seth is better than Roman, but you know,
like all around talent better than Moxley. Moxley. We can get into the debate later, but Moxley is literally Woody from Toy Story. And
actually, we can get into this debate now because it's still WWE, and honestly, it's the 10-year anniversary of the Shield, so. Which is crazy to think that's 10 years. But
bro, I was at your house when they debuted.
I know, it's crazy, right? 10 years ago. Think about
10 years ago. That's crazy.
It's crazy when you think about it because it's like, and then we could debate all you want, like, but it's not by accident that all three members have a championship right now. I don't care what nobody says. It's not by accident.
Right.
I could sit here and say Moxley's better just for the simple fact that he fights every week. Some people might be like, "Yo, he fight too much."
Mm-hmm.
He could, but the man beat the shit out of CM Punk in like 3 minutes, so that's good enough for me.
Well, CM Punk is a shit person, so I don't know. Moxley, I like Moxley to a certain extent, but Moxley hasn't been it for me in a while. The last time he really was it for me is when that first title reign he had in AEW. That was the last time he was it for me.
I think two things that made me a bigger Moxley fan. One, when he came back from the addiction and he had the promo.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second promo after the whole thing happened at All Out. And he came in the ring and he kind of had to like put everything back in perspective for the company again. And I was like, okay, this company will be all right. Because I was like, yo, they got about another 2 months and this company probably going to be in the water.
Yeah. It's just his matches is not hitting for me, bro. They haven't been hitting for me in a while. and I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm drinking a cornet juice. I don't know what it is, but it hasn't been hitting for me, bro. And like he forces himself to bleed almost every match
Yeah,
now.
that part I really don't care for.
So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I still feel like Seth is the shoot. Roman got me there too, but I feel like Seth is a total package out of everybody. Like I didn't think he could talk when he first came in as a Shield member, but to me, he's the total package. Like if you need anything, he's gonna do it, and he don't even got to be a top guy to do it. He has proven that the past the past 12 years.
Yeah. He lost like 100 pay-per-views before he finally won one.
Right. Make card titles, you safe. World titles, you safe. Unless he wrestled the Fiend. But you safe. Like regardless, you safe.
Same with Roman.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a question because we didn't talk about this. Was Roman's best match this weekend?
Nope.
No. You don't think so? You don't think Logan Paul gave Roman his best match?
Nope.
What match is better?
His best match was I call it the Hood Classic. His best match as world champion was in the Hood Classic, and that was Hell in the Cell against Jey Uso, 2020.
Okay, so
I quit match. That match right there almost brought me to tears. What are you talking about? It was in the Hood movie, bro.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so all right, I have to. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. They 1A and 1B. But what Logan Paul did this weekend was like out of this world, yo. Like, like I'm not gonna front. Like I'm not gonna say he surprised me because I seen it at WrestleMania. I'm like, dude can wrestle,
right?
But to actually sit here, like, okay, it's one thing when you're wrestling in a tag team match. It's another thing when you're wrestling Miz. It's another thing now you got to wrestle fucking Roman Reigns,
right? The top guy.
I don't care if it's New York City, Chicago, Saudi Arabia. You're still wrestling Roman Reigns with the title on the line.
Right?
Did I think you had a chance of winning? Hell no. But did you damn sure give it a chance to make it look like you won? Yeah. That the fact, first of all, move of the year. Anybody who could jump off the top rope with a camera in their hand and record it and still land a flush splash and still hold on to the camera, you're a superstar in my book.
You're right. Because like when Shane was doing the leg drops like that without the camera, we was like, this is next level. Like this next level. So is that what he tore his ACL at? Or he tore doing
maybe he tore doing that bogus buckshot lariat.
He did it better than Hangman in my eyes.
So now watch your mouth.
He did it better than Hangman.
Watch your mouth.
He looked so athletic. It was no waiting. He like got right into it. I know he did it better than CM Punk for sure.
Oh, I mean, that goes without saying.
But the way he did that.
The only reason I say Hangman's is better because if you look at the way Logan did it, the momentum took his clothesline into Roman. So it's like if Roman's not there, it looks like he's gonna fall and stumble right on his face.
That's true, but that would make it look so believable to me. That's why I liked it so much.
Then he tried a phenomenal form and got caught with a punch. He did Shawn Michaels elbow and kip up. Like I was like, okay, all right, you got me.
That phenomenal elbow shot is crazy though.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, like that. Then his brother had the worst punches in the history of fighting. Those punches look horrible
because
Logan Paul's punches look real. But Jake Paul's punches look, and then the Usos had to take that. Like, imagine sitting there having these matches. You got to take that punch.
You got knocked out. You got to eat the cheese, man. Jericho done did it with Mickey Rooney. Like, you got to eat the cheese, bro. You got to eat it sometimes. Like,
I mean, Shawn Michaels did it with Mike Tyson, but knocked Shawn Michaels' ass out.
You got to eat the cheese, bro. Sometimes you got to eat the cheese. It's corny as shit, but sometimes you got to eat the cheese. And I'm mad at him. My Usos looking like that though, because it's not just Jimmy. I don't care about, but main event Jay, I care about, bro. Like,
I personally still feel like Jay should be the one to take the belt off Roman. I've been saying this since the beginning. It would be full story. It would be full line stories. It would be full circle storyline.
Right.
I feel like it should be. Apparently a couple of people feel the same way, but a lot of people feel like it shouldn't be.
Right.
More people say it should be Sammy, but I don't feel like it should be Sammy. Like I feel like Sammy and Kevin should take the belts off the Usos.
Yep.
And then somehow Jay just finds a way to take the belt off of Roman. But
they're not gonna propel Jay like that though. They're not gonna. They're capping Jay off, and you're not doing that.
But if you want to call him main event Jay for real, that's the perfect way to cap him off.
bro.
I don't even care if you hold the belt for 4 days, but
But you wouldn't do that against Roman though. Like the next person got to be the guy.
yeah,
We got to be the guy. Like if we know, like I think the arrow is pointing towards 2 people at the moment, and that's Sammy. Or 3 people now: Bray, Sammy, and Cody. Those are 3.
my only problem with Bray is Bray wins the title. It's like, where do you go from there? Like him holding the title is like it don't really do anything.
Right.
So Sammy is like, okay, yeah, you hold the belt until Kevin turn on you again,
Right.
and then Cody is like, so I'm supposed to believe that in a perfect world, Roman could beat The Rock but can't beat Cody.
Right. Right.
So
right.
See, that's what I'm saying. And then Cody is like, I hope he never wins the belt and finally goes back to AEW and then wins the belt there.
That's a biased thing from you.
Yeah.
That's a biased thing. But who takes the belt off of him? That's the question.
It's probably gonna end up being Cody.
It has to be, bro. It has to be Cody.
Or Seth. I wouldn't even be mad if it was Seth, to be honest with you.
Because Seth's the only person that got to win on him this year.
Yeah. The only 2 people who's beating Roman in the last 2 years. That's Seth and Xavier Woods.
Oh, that's a fact. Oh shit, I forgot about it. Give Mr. King of the Ring.
Yeah, that's right. That he stole his crown. He stepped on it.
Nah, that was hard though. Yo, he looked fire with that crown on though. I'm like, nah, this is disrespectful. But that's hard.
Like the King of Samoa, right?
right. That was hard. Oh. But yeah, it got to be fucking unless it's babyface Theory. They got some time. Unless
you know what's crazy?
Theory.
They did say Triple H had an idea who was going to beat Roman after, and taking the briefcase off of Theory. Maybe it might have humbled him. Maybe it'll humble him. Maybe it'll make him hungrier, but maybe it'll make him more aggressive in a sense where now the crowd might actually start cheering for him.
Yep.
Then you give it about a couple 6 months, 7 months, can make it believable enough to fight Roman. I'll be all right with that.
Because I feel like Theory is the person you can put a rocket ship on. And that's how I always feel.
But Vince tried that and it didn't work.
See, but Vince rushed it. That's what Vince did. Vince rushed it.
Vince is like, you guys are gonna like it regardless.
Right. And he rushed it. You got to do a slow burn with these type of things, bro. Look at Cena, slow burn. Cena, when he first got it, it was a slow burn. Yeah, he jammed it down the throat when the burn was over. But you feel what I'm saying? Like Roman, I ain't gonna say he was a slow burn because he just jammed down the throat. He was just like boom. But I think just slow burn Theory might be the guy, bro.
Yeah.
You don't see it now. I know all it takes for you is a promo and a good match, and you good.
Absolutely. For me, all I need to see is hunger. I need to see. Okay, perfect example. When Moxley was fighting Hangman, I didn't really care about that. And then Hangman had that promo. He started punching himself in the head that he was giving himself knots. Yeah. I was like, I'm sold now. I want to see this match. Like it's all you're right. It's all you need. All I need is a promo and you to help a good guy out when he needed by accident.
Right.
Like there's so many different directions you can go. Like you can even do it in a situation where you can have Gunther beat Roman. You can have Finn if Judgment Day is still booked the way they book now. Not the OC though. The OC. I'm be honest with you. I feel like Triple H brought back the OC just so Carl Anderson could lose every week.
Oh shit! Because he's the one that been doing all the matches, right? Like
sucks.
You said Carl Anderson sucks,
and I have no respect for him after he did New Japan dirty.
But didn't they do that in collaboration? Now isn't Shinsuke wrestling thing? So they
but he's not wrestling for New Japan. He's wrestling for Noah. Two totally different companies.
Why I thought that was fucking thing. Shit.
He's supposed to defend the never openweight title in November 5th.
Right.
Ended up doing a Saudi show and then not defending the title.
So what he doing with that belt?
No, New Japan bitched out and let him hold the belt to a later date and come back and defend it.
Okay, well then he good then.
Nah, it's stupid. I'd have been like, give my damn belt back.
Well,
you have prior obligations, brother. How you all of a sudden now your obligations change?
Right. They could have booked another match in that spot and then waited since Survivor Series to do something. Yeah, they could have waited. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but Theory, man, Theory's the one to beat Roman. That's the one. That's my pick. That's my pick. Either Cody or Theory. That's it. That's my pick.
I'm still going on a limb. I'm going to say Jay. Okay, look, I'm not gonna say Jay, but I'm gonna say sometime in 2023, Jay Uso will be a world champion.
Nah, I don't see that. And I love Jey Uso because I think him and Sammy should wrestle at WrestleMania, like one-on-one match, like singles match.
You think they would do it like winner stays in the bloodline, loser leaves bloodline?
Sammy will be gone by then. I think Sammy will be gone by then. But because that beatdown is coming. And it's gonna be terrible. that beatdown is coming. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming.
The funny thing, he gonna look for Solo to save him. Solo gonna beat the shit out of him.
That beatdown is coming, and I'm like, yo, when it comes, Sammy about to be the biggest babyface in the company, and that's the problem. That's the dilemma that they're gonna have because they're gonna have so many options as they top babyface.
The problem with that is that you don't want to create another Daniel Bryan situation.
And they're going
to have Cody, where your eyes are on Cody to win the title, but the fans want Sammy. What they're going to start doing, they're going to start booing Cody. And it's going to be AEW all over again for him.
Right.
And then Sammy wins the title, and Cody beats him for the title and becomes the biggest heel in the company.
Well, I don't mind that because I think if Cody was to win the title in AEW, he should have won the title as a heel. After making those rules. Because my fantasy booking was
you put yourself in a bad corner.
You put yourself in, but my thing is the way to get out of that corner was turn heel and void the contract. It's wrestling. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
You're an EVP. You could have ripped the contract up in front of everybody.
My whole point, but no, you didn't want to turn babyface. I mean, you didn't want to turn heel. That was Cody's fault. I blame that all on Cody. I blame that all on Cody. That was all Cody's fault, and your ego wouldn't allow you to.
Nope. He didn't want to be that guy to be like, oh, I went back on my word. So he went to WWE so he could get a title shot instead.
Right, and then you went back on some words that you said mad times about them. But let's not get into that.
Carl Anderson did the same thing.
Huh?
Carl Anderson did the same thing.
Right, because he was talking high shit, and now look at him. You know who else? Road Dogg, another one. But
Road Dogg was trying to find his way into AEW. They didn't want him, and then he went back to there. Now he talk shit about WWE. I mean, about AEW.
AEW, right? Just weird shit like that. But yeah, but going back to Monday Night Raw, Austin Theory, next world champion. That's it.
This is the part that sucks about having the two world titles on one guy. Because Lashley could have been holding down that world title right now, or maybe even Seth at this point.
Right.
Theory could have cashed in. That could have been a world title match that could have been cashed in instead of the U.S. title.
Right.
Essentially, the U.S. title right now is pretty much Raw's world championship. Yeah, right. So I get it, but not at the expense. Lashley is like, fuck all that. I want my belt back. I'll be honest with you. The only person that looked like a loser in that whole situation was Ali.
Yep, that's it. That's the only person that looked like a loser because he didn't even come out.
Yeah, threw him over the road case,
bro.
It was like, as I'm saying,
like Pat, like this little name.
I don't know what they plan on doing with Ali either. It's like 1 minute they look like he got something going. Then the next minute that happens. Then the next minute it looks like, oh shit, they might be doing something with him.
Right.
Then the next minute this happens again, and it's like the start and stop of trying to figure out what to do with him is crazy.
Yeah, and that's gonna be his thing. Like that's his dilemma. That's gonna be his dilemma. Like for the rest of his career, it seemed like if he stay with WWE, well, it's gonna happen at AEW too. So let me not.
Yeah.
Because they stop and start everybody. Like finally, I haven't seen Miro in doggone 4 months, and I miss him.
Yeah, you say that, and then he pop up somewhere tomorrow night and beat the crap out of somebody.
I need him to. That's why I'm putting this in the atmosphere now. I'm putting it in the universe now. I
don't know, man. I don't know. That booking is Tony Khan's booking. That's a conversation for another time,
bro. I don't know, man.
So overall, what did you give Raw for overall?
I gave it a B minus. It wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad. Like I said, it was he made one of his worst decisions. It wasn't the best episode of Raw. It was, to me, one of Triple H's worst episodes of Raw, but it's still a B minus. It's still better than a lot of shit that we got when Vince was around. So I'll give it a B minus.
That's true. A lot of this stuff is a lot better when Vince is around. Right. It would have been the best thing I could say. Triple H stopped doing rematches. You ever realize that Triple H stopped doing rematches and Tony Khan started doing more rematches?
Yep. Because Tony Khan is what the son Vince McMahon wanted. I'm trying to tell everybody, but nobody believed me. Like, he's the son Vince McMahon wanted. Nobody believes me. They're like, he's nothing like Vince. I'm like, he's everything like Vince.
Yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
So, let's go on Twitter and just read some of these Twitter comments because I want to incorporate this into the show, right? When we do wrestling shows. So, I'm gonna read the first one. I'm gonna try to stick to WWE ones. Okay. So Dana Brooke put everything I have worked for and tried to elevate literally in the trash. Doogie, what's up, bro? What did you work? What did you elevate? You did not elevate the 24/7 title.
She did not elevate. If you're gonna talk about elevation of the 24/7 title, we just talk about R-Truth. That's it.
Bro, I'm gonna sit here and say this. She literally said the other day that she wants to make the 24/7 title into like the women's Intercontinental title. And what did they do? She lost it and the belt got thrown in the trash. So what do you think that they think of that whole situation?
Bro.
I ain't gonna front. That's not like something Vince McMahon would do, but they did it anyway.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay.
It was fuck you Vince night. I'm trying to tell you.
Let's see what else they got here. Okay, so Ryan Satin last night tweeted, "Is it just me, or does it felt like Seth Rollins is slowly turning babyface again?"
I told he wanted them.
It's the crowd cheering though,
right? And then he does that. I'm the visionary. You know what I'm saying? I'm a revolutionary. I'm Seth freaking Rollins. He's getting there. It's leaning that way.
Yeah. And then he got the crowd chanting his name too.
Right.
Like, so I don't know. Oh, let me ask you, what do you think about this whole Johnny Gargano and Miz thing with this Dexter Lumis thing?
Shit trash. That's another. Oh, that's his third misstep. The shit trash. I'm so confused. You telling me that the Miz is saying that he got Dexter Lumis, he paid Dexter Lumis to do all this stuff to him?
That's what it seems like.
So you telling me that Dexter Lumis and because Ciampa's gone, but when they came back, when Lumis came back, Ciampa and Lumis were in cahoots with the Miz to make him a bigger star. That's what you telling me? That's what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Gargano come back and says you stop paying Lumis. I really believe that Triple H didn't know what the fuck he was doing with Dexter Lumis, and this is where we at now.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And this is where we at. This is where we at now.
He was like, "I'm just gonna have this guy stalk him, and we're gonna be okay with that."
Right. We can maintain it. We'll figure it out down the line.
Hold up. So I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm gonna try to play the audio of Lashley's reasons of why he did what he did last night. Okay. Of course, and also shout out to the big ass gash that he caught on his chest. I don't know how he caught it, but that shit look crazy. Like he looked like his skin just get cut easily.
So Lashley's the only wrestler I know that get cuts in the weirdest places.
He got one on his cheek.
Yeah, one on his cheek that never left. It stayed there for like 4 months.
He's not human. He's slowly shedding his human skin to show his robotic self. Watch. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can play it. Let's see how it's louder.
Bobby, tonight on Raw, you played a pretty significant role in causing Austin Theory to have a failed cash-in against Seth Rollins. Can you provide some insight into why you did what you did?
Is that what happened? I caused him the loss. He cashed. Look, I don't care about any of this stuff because at the end of the day, my title was stolen from me. And from now until I get it back, I'm kicking everybody's ass that stands in my way. I could care less. I'm not about winning matches right now. I'm just about hurting people and making people pay for what they did to me. Because when it happened to me, everybody was out there cheering, right? When Seth came in after Brock jumped on me, he came in and cashed it in, and he took my title from me, and everybody was cool with that. But now that I go out there and do what I have to do in order to be right back on top, then now people have a problem with it. You know what? I could care less. I'm going to have fun kicking everybody's ass until I get my title back.
So now my thing is, where the hell is this Lashley on the mic?
He can do that backstage. You can do that backstage. I don't think you should be doing that in front. But you think it's time for the Hurt Business to come back?
Once he said I'm about hurting people, I think it's a signal.
Yep. Because think about who was on the show last night. We got Cedric and we got Shelton last night.
Yeah, that is true.
Shoot, MVP was written off TV. So they might revamp.
That is true.
So like, and Lashley has been saying in interviews he wanted him to come back. So maybe that's what Triple H is preparing for.
So how do you fix it? Because my thing is like, how do you get almost away from MVP?
A beat down. I say everything is solved with a dirty, nasty beat down. One of them 4 horsemen beat downs. Just one of them. Just give him one of them 4 horsemen beat downs. Make it look nasty. Make it couple open closed face punches. You good, bro. You good. And then you got Bobby Lashley to do it. You feel me? It's not like almost like it's Lashley.
Yep.
Like that. That's the deciding factor.
Yeah, but my thing is, how do you do that without turning her business faces? Nah, I wouldn't even want. Dewey said I let almost join. I wouldn't even want almost to join.
Right.
Like, because he's too slow. Like, and then okay, so you have a team that has almost and Lashley on it. How are they ever supposed to lose?
So this is what I would do though. If I do that, almost is not wrestling no more. He's not wrestling until SummerSlam. Yeah, that's what I would do if I would do that. But the thing is, that means what? Shelton and Sid are heaters. So all they're doing is getting beat down the whole time because they're not getting tag titles back. And Bobby just go on a crazy run. Right? But
her business at this point would have to just all be about Lashley.
Right. It would have to be about Lashley. Like they would have to, suck it up and just be like, yo, let's just make sure that he get the world title.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that'd be easy to combat when the bloodline, take their break. Because Roman taking a break soon. Once that title gone, Roman taking a break.
Once that title gone, that's when Roman should get kicked out of the bloodline.
Kicked out? Damn. How you gonna kick out the group you started? Well, Edge did.
Yeah, I was about to say, there you go.
Edge is dead. He did it 2 weeks.
To this point, that still's a head scratcher. They did all of that because Cody got hurt. You could have filled that spot with somebody else.
Right.
That made absolutely no sense.
Okay, stupid.
He started the whole faction after WrestleMania, and by before, like not even before SummerSlam, before the pay-per-view, before SummerSlam, it was gone.
Right. Sure, I think it was before that, bro. When was that? Well, he started.
Was he still? He wasn't with them in Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Which pay-per-view he wrestled AJ where Rhea joined?
Maybe it was Money in the Bank, and then they turned on him the night after when they got Finn. Right. So they tagged. So it was Finn and AJ versus them, right? Mm-hmm. And then Finn turned the next night. Okay, yeah. Right. Which in logic that made no sense either.
Right. It didn't because they was on the phone all night. That what you telling me?
They was on the phone all night without Edge. When Edge started the group.
Yeah, they was wilding.
We decided Edge is too old for the group that he started.
What
he was winning. He wasn't
right. He wasn't losing. He was winning matches. Like tactically winning, being a top heel. I'm over here excited and shit, and then I get this face motherfucker again. This some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie.
After he cut his hair, I wonder if he was type they had to cut his hair too, and then turn face again.
Right. This face motherfucker. Now he look like dog somebody's dad.
Listen. Short hair Edge only works for heel. It don't work as a face.
Right.
It looks so weird we have short hair as a face.
Right.
Which is crazy when you think about it, because sometimes the longer hair usually works for the bad guy. Mm-hmm. But in Edge's case, it's like you're better face with long hair.
Right. Like
short hair works for Christian, no matter if he's a good guy or a bad guy, because he's still an asshole.
Right. He's just an asshole regardless. He's just a dick. Right.
Yeah.
He's just a dick. Still the most underrated wrestler of all time. But
absolutely. The guy that gets no respect.
Right.
He's a better wrestler than Edge, and I said it. I don't care what nobody else says.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, he's a better wrestler than Edge. Edge just got more of an it factor.
Yeah. Just like Jeff Hardy's a better wrestler than Jeff, but Jeff has the cool factor.
Yo, niggas be trying to beat me up for saying that. Matt Hardy's a 10-time better wrestler than Jeff. Just got the high spots.
Jeff just realized at a young age, if I jump off a ladder, they're gonna love me more.
Right. If I'm able to run the ropes, we good. Like that's.
If I can still make it out to the ring and be high, but be just coherent enough.
Right,
man,
right.
You gotta put him on that perk on the pole match too. That's
triple threat match. Damn, man. Shit, we gotta find somebody else to put on perk on the pole, bro. I just can't have 3 people, bro. That's 3.
Scott Hall. Rest in peace.
Scott Hall might be on. No, but he a drinker though. He ain't really a perk guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he a drinker. He ain't really a perk guy.
That's a good question though.
Perk on the pole, man. All right, we got 3 though. We got 3 combat for that perk on the pole match though. Just shoot, fuck around. Jeff might win that shit.
I might have to put Darby on it too because he'll be on them shit soon enough. He keeps jumping off
and shit. Yeah. That's another one that might be on there. We gotta hold on. We gotta hold off for Darby though. We gotta hold off. Perk on the pole though. X-Pac. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. X-Pac.
Yeah.
I gotta find a year. I gotta find a year for him though. Because my year for Jeff is 2000. My year for Jeff is 2010. No, 2011 victory.
2011 victory road. Yeah. And he got to come out in that same condition and wrestle. X-Pac, you got to say 90.
Nah, it was after the WWE run though. So it happened like 2003, 2004.
2004 X-Pac.
Right.
One night in China, X-Pac.
Right. TNA for like a week, X-Pac. Yeah, that one.
Oh, you could put Lex Luger in that match too.
Lex Luger losing though, because he don't got no, Now for that perk, he might. You might
say it about that wheelchair, right?
Oh shit.
Lex Luger is one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. Oh, he said Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
So that's like 98 Dustin when he was all over the place.
When he was the artist formerly known as Gold Dust.
Yeah, he's an artist formerly known as a lot.
He was 7. 7, my favorite iteration of fucking Dustin Rhodes. Just let y'all niggas know.
The child abductor. Peeking your window at night while you're sleeping.
I was so anticipating 7 to come out and do something. Then he cut a promo on
something.
Yeah, he cut a promo on WCW and got fired.
Oh. 92 Jake Roberts.
That might be it right there. He ain't winning though. That's the problem.
Yeah, he don't need to win. He just needs to get somebody to DDT off the top rope. That's all I care about. He don't want to DDT off the ladder. I'm okay with that.
Bro, perk on the pole gonna be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That match right there, man.
Yeah, you gotta have Jake in that. If you don't have Jake in that, you don't have a perk on the pole match. You might have to put Matt Hardy in it too.
Shit, yeah. That's another one. 2014 Matt was wilding, yeah.
Him and Jeff was in the same what is it, the same cafe or same what was it, the same diner, all hide up.
Right.
Person out CM Punk.
Right. When he cut that promo talking about sleeping pills and medication, asshole.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. when Matt had the dreads, that's the Matt I want. Dreadhead Matt. Fuck out of here.
Wow.
Like Bomba Clot Matt. That's his name.
I mean, you could put half of ECW's roster on that perk on the pole match.
That's a fact. All right, New Jack's in the match.
No.
New Jack's in the match.
I wouldn't put New Jack in the match for fear that he would go off script.
My thing is, the whole point is to go off script. We getting perks.
New Jack bringing a gun to the ring.
He gonna get them perks, bro. New Jack winning and everything.
Yeah, do you 98 HBK?
Yeah. We started with that.
It might have to be 97 because 97 HBK was a dick too.
But 97 HBK was putting out bangers while still on perks. Like, let's not forget he had that Metro Goldust in 90. I mean, Mankind in 97. Was that Mind Games?
And Vader.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't want to talk about the Vader match.
And he fell off the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. 97 Kurt. It got to be 97 Sean, bro. It got to be 97.
97 Sean. The 2006 Kurt is winning that.
Yeah. Well, you got to do 2011 Jeff, man.
No, my 3. Jeff was so incoherent that I don't think he would have made it up the ladder. Like, he would have got halfway up the ladder and fell off.
Just pass me some down, bro.
You just shake the ladder hoping that perks just drop off the top.
But yeah, all right.
But then again, ladder matches is Jeff's specialty.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Shawn Michaels' specialty too. So
yeah, I think Shawn won in that match, bro.
Kurt gonna do a moonsault off the top of the ladder.
And grab one while he,
inject it on the way down.
Perk on the pole. We need that on T-shirt, bro.
Just listen, Kurt Angle. We love you though, man. You're one of the greatest wrestlers ever. So we're joking around. It's just no fun. Shawn Michaels, you was kind of a dick at one point in your life. But
you one of the greatest too. So yeah, just joking.
Team Brett, man. Team Brett.
Nah, fuck that nigga. But anyway.
Wow. Wow. And on that note, yeah, we gonna end this show. Okay. That's actually going. You know what? Your issue with Brett gonna tie into the show on Thursday because that's the greatest Survivor Series moment. So you already know that.
I'm ready for that one. I'm most definitely ready for that one because he got a lot of shit in Survivor Series history, and it ain't good.
Oh man! Oh god!
It ain't good. I'm ready.
Oh man, yo! Thank you for joining on the show this week, man. Yo, shout outs to you, man. Shout outs to everybody listening. Yo, check us out Thursday on the Evening Rush Network at 9 p.m. We're gonna be talking about Survivor Series greatest moments. Or we might be talking about Perks on the pole again. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm gonna try to get that shirt down. I think I might need that shirt.
Sure, I need that too.
But everybody, yo, have a good night. Yo,
have a good one,
yo, you are crazy, yo. For real. Have a good night, yo.